Hello my friends, and welcome back to the Dorsett Doorstep. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm excited to share my bathroom makeover with you. If you have been with me for a while, you know that I did update my bathroom a couple years ago. It's been about 2.5 years since we did do some things in here. We painted the tile wallboard, we put a new floor in, and it's time to do some more updating. There's a few things that really do need to be replaced, and so I thought that I would film it and show you all. I also am going to be doing my faux brick wall in here, which I've done before in my kitchen, so I will make sure to link the bathroom makeover video from before and also the brick wall video from my kitchen so that you can see a step-by-step how I did it, because in this video I'm not going to show exactly everything step by step, but I will show you what I did and kind of the technique that I used. So in some ways my bathroom won't look a whole lot different, but in some ways it will, and I definitely am going to give it a nice deep clean, so it's going to be fresh and clean and get a few new things. So thank you so much for clicking on this. I hope that you enjoy watching this little farmhouse style bathroom makeover. So I'm showing you right here my vanity. This is one of the things that we're going to be replacing. As you can see, it is falling apart. We got this about 10 years ago at Lowe's, and it was probably the cheapest one that they had that would fit in our bathroom. And you can see it did not stand up very well to all the wear and tear, and it's stained. I cannot scrub this off. I think it's from hairspray buildup over the years, and it's just a piece of junk falling apart and definitely needed to be replaced. When we did the bathroom before, I put a new mirror and a new light fixture, and I don't plan on replacing those this time, but I am going to be painting the mirror black because I want some of the black pieces in here. I have a lot of chrome, and I'm not going to replace everything, but the grate on the floor, I thought I could paint that black, and also the mirror. We're not going to be replacing our toilet. We have replaced that before. We've lived here 17 years and actually had to replace it a few times. But I will be replacing this cabinet above my toilet. I got this at Walmart, and it was probably the cheapest one that they had. It was about $35, and it's really flimsy and very small and definitely does not fit everything that we have. It's just not meeting our needs. So I'm going to pass that on to my daughter for her new apartment. But I found a really great one, which I'll be showing you in a minute, on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm really excited about that. So a couple of the things that I did purchase for this bathroom makeover. I will have any links down below that I'm able to link, and I will also give you a final price, a final budget on the bathroom, including everything that we ended up having to buy. So this is just a set of bath mats. I did get this at TJ Maxx, so it was $14.99. It is, let's see, the Oasis luxury bath rug. It is this beautiful like icy teal color that I love, that I have a lot in my house, and it's like almost like a mint green, but it also kind of has a blue hue to it, so it kind of matches my flooring actually. But I like to have the gray and white, but then like some pops of this green and then some black. So, and I apologize for the loud mowing outside. Then we did get this. It's just the Project Source, which is the much cheaper brand than some of the other ones. You can pay a fortune for your vanity if you have it in your budget. We got this for $149, and it comes with the vanity and also the vanity top. So definitely a much cheaper option. And we chose the gray shaker style. I'm in love with it. It is going to match my kitchen. We did do a complete kitchen reno last year, and I love the shaker style cabinets, so this will kind of flow within my home. And obviously we will reuse our faucet as long as it fits. Instead of that one, it doesn't come with that. So this is another thing we got for the bathroom. I actually got this off Facebook Marketplace for $70. He wanted $140, and then he went down to $70, so that's awesome. Only paid half. And brand new. I know I saw almost this exact one for $179 online. These are crazy expensive. I don't know why, but they are. So this one's shorter than the one we've got, and it definitely looks a lot better. It's wider this way. So you know, this is deeper, plus it has twice as much space here than our other one. So I'm definitely gonna like that, because my other one I just did not have enough room. So that was a really great steal off of Facebook Marketplace. So the first thing we're going to do is clear out everything in the bathroom. This project was done over several days, so you'll see me in different outfits and things. We had to fit it into our busy schedule, and also things had to dry overnight, things like that. So we're just clearing everything out so that we can start on the brick wall. So a few years ago I made these wall decals with the Cricut, and I really did like them, but it was time to take them down so I could do the brick wall. And they are removable vinyl, but they were really difficult to get off. I ended up having to get my husband to help me finish because it was just like tearing up my fingernails. But yeah, so they stuck very well even though they were removable. So I just use this bleach spray that I get at Walmart. It's like $1. It's a bathroom spray with bleach, and I like to spray along the edges and the top of the walls because we don't have a vent in this bathroom, and so we do get some mold along the top. We have to be really careful. It also gets on the window seal, so we were just spraying that bleach so that I can go back in a minute and wipe everything down. And my husband Marion is taking out the Vanity now, and this is just such a piece of junk. It was just falling apart everywhere, and it was really nice to see this thing gone. So Marion and I both, I guess, decided that it was best to go ahead and install the new Vanity before I did the brick wall. So he's just going to put it in. It did take a little while, and it's really quick in the video, but this was a process for him, and he had to turn off the water. And because we had to have the water off, I would have had to have it off for a couple days, he had to go ahead and put the new one in so that it wouldn't leak, because we do have an issue with the pipe. So we just put that in, and I just taped around it to do the brick wall. And now I'm just going to be spray painting the mirror and a few other things. So I like to use notebook paper when I spray a mirror or picture frame, and just use some painter's tape and tape it around the edge so that when I spray paint, it doesn't get on the mirror. When I took this outside and spray painted it, the paper did fly up just a little bit, so around the edge in a few spots there was some spray paint on the mirror, but I just let it dry, and then I just literally took a baby wipe and it wiped right off. There was no problem, but I have read that you can use like nail polish remover to remove it, and also oven cleaner is a good way to remove it. So now Marion just took the top of the old sink outside, and he's taking the faucet off because I'm not going to be replacing my faucet. We're going to keep some of the chrome things in the bathroom. I wanted to keep the cost down. So I'm just going to be using this Rust-Oleum chalk paint in charcoal with my Rust-Oleum spray paint gun. Very highly recommended. It saves your fingers from getting spray paint all over them. And I just did, this chalk paint's really great. I just did like one kind of pretty good coat, and then just a second light coat. It didn't take much, and it dries really quick. It's uniform. It's a really great spray paint. So I went ahead and spray painted the mirror, and then I spray painted the floor grate after I cleaned it really well. Floor grates, it's probably not supposed to stand out like this, and painting it black made it stand out, but I don't know, I feel like it will look cleaner when it's black rather than white, and kind of the paint was chipping. I've actually painted these before, but I really do like the way the black looked. So now he's just put the vanity top and the faucet into this one, and that is pretty much the end of his job for a while. Now it's going to be my turn to do a lot of hard work. Okay, so I went ahead and put the black vent in. I brought it in. I cleaned out that vent really good, because when you have vents on the floor, you get all kinds of stuff inside. So I cleaned it out really good. Marion went ahead and put all the things back under here, so that is ready to go. And I'm going to take this Clorox disinfecting multi-surface cleaner, and I'm going to spray down these walls because they are just this tile board and they're easy to wipe down. So I'm going to wipe this wall really good, and then I'm going to start doing my faux bricks. Okay, so like I said, I will link a more detailed video down below of me doing my faux bricks. This time I wanted to kind of use the lines that I had in the tile board rather than using a level and a ruler, and it literally took me a week to do one wall in my kitchen, and I wanted this to move a lot quicker, so I was just using this. It's the 0.7 inch size tape. It's a little smaller than the one I used in my kitchen. I was trying to measure how big I wanted my bricks to be. I wanted them to definitely be smaller than in the kitchen. And these squares on the tile, they were too big to do as one brick and too small to make into two, so I decided to just freehand this. You know, just eyeballed it. I did not measure exactly. And the wall, since I had just washed it, the tape in places was starting to peel off, but once I went back and put the vertical tape, you know, to make the individual bricks, then it all stayed and it was fine. But here I'm just taping it off, and I just did this all across this one wall, and I stopped where the toilet was, so I didn't do down behind the toilet, but I did all the way down to the vanity, and on the other side of the vanity I did go all the way down to the floor. And this is what it looks like when everything is taped off. You can actually see where the bricks will be, and I think it looks really great, and I was really excited to do the next step, because the next step is kind of the fun part where you get to be really creative. You just use this joint compound and a putty knife, and you just kind of rub it on in all different directions, however you want, how thick you want or how thin you want, and you cannot mess this part up. Don't be afraid or intimidated by this. You just cannot mess it up. It's so abstract, and it's not supposed to be perfect. So I had my son, he's 13, I had him helping me because he was a little bit bored this night, and I was like, well, grab a putty knife and help me. And then this is kind of the fun part, because you can see the bricks start to come out, but it's also very, very messy. You'll be covered in joint compound, but it's so cool. Once you pull that tape off, you just see all the bricks come out, and it's really awesome. This is the fun part. So this is what it looks like with all the tape off, and you can see it's really pretty just like this. You can leave it just like this and have white brick, or you can go ahead and color your bricks, which is what I decided to do. So I just took this apple barrel acrylic paint in the melted chocolate, and then some of the Nicole's paint in black, and I mixed them to try to get the color I wanted. I wanted it to kind of be like a dark stain almost. So that was a perfect shade of brown, in my opinion, for what I was doing. In my kitchen, I actually did gray bricks, but in here I wanted this darker brown. So I just took a paper towel and I just blotted it on the bricks. And like I said, this does not need to be perfect, and it does get in between the bricks, but I'm going to go back and whitewash it, so it's fine to have, you know, paint that it doesn't have to be perfect. Otherwise I'd have to use a brush to make sure everything stayed within the brick. So I just going to go ahead and do this over all the bricks. Some are going to be darker than others, some are going to be lighter, but I will be going back and whitewashing everything in the end, so you'll see it all come together in a minute. All right, that step is done. I like the way that so far I really like it. I wanted the darker, really, really dark, almost like a wood color, like a dark stain. So I'm gonna let this totally dry. This kind of paint does not take long to dry, this acrylic. And then I'll do the whitewashing. And if you decide to do this, there's so many little things that you can, like, nothing is going to be perfect. I'm going to just show you, like, see, this brick is narrow, this one is wide, some are like a lot shorter. I got stuff all over here. I have to clean all that off. I should have cleaned it off when it was wet. But when you do it, you know, you get stuff everywhere, but that's why you come back in with the white and you just go over all that, and it covers it up, and it totally covers up all your mistakes. So you really cannot mess it up. I mean, seriously. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect about it. So anyway, I'm going to let it dry, and then we'll do the top coat, or the whitewashing. So now that all that is dried, I'm going to go ahead and do my whitewashing. And I just bought this Valspar paint in the eggshell finish, and it's extra white. It was just very inexpensive white paint. And then I just got this inexpensive paintbrush from Walmart. And the reason that I chose this one is because it's the perfect size to fit in the little grooves, you know, in between the bricks. So it's just a tedious process. It's a little time consuming. It took me several days to get everything done in between dry time and everything. But this is fun because you can do it as little or as much as you want. And when I did this, I tried to make like some spots heavier on the white and some spots lighter to try to look like plaster kind of had come off more in some spaces. I thought it made it look more natural. And if I ever decide that I am not happy with it, I can go back and paint the whole thing white. It's, you know, I feel like this is something that you can't mess up, and if your taste changes, you can go back and fix it. And so for now, this is what I like. I like to have a lot of the brown showing through, but I also wanted it to look a little whitewashed and weathered. So the next and final step of the brick wall is polycrylic. I have the clear satin finish. I love this stuff. It is amazing. I used it on my brick wall in my kitchen years ago, and I can wipe it down. It keeps everything from crumbling and falling apart. It has not yellowed at all. I love it. I use the same paintbrush. I just washed it out because I didn't have another one, and I like this size brush for this wall. So I just went ahead and put 2 good coats on the wall. I did one kind of thick and one not as thick, but you could probably do as many coats as you want. I've done like 6 or 7 coats before on things, and this stuff is really, really amazing. Once I was finished, I can literally just wipe it down. It's smooth and shiny, and with all the moisture that, you know, a bathroom wall is going to get, I feel like it's very well protected and it's going to last. So now that that's done, I just went in and caulked a lot of the seams that I had that were kind of like showing in the bathroom. We've never done this before, but it really finishes off a project or a room if you have seams. I need to do this all over my entire house because it makes such a difference just filling in those seams. And I just either use a paper towel or a baby wipe or just my finger and wipe down the excess, and it makes such a difference. So like I said, I was just going to scrub everything down in the bathroom, so I needed to wipe off my blinds because like I said, we don't have a vent in here, so you know, we do sometimes get mold start to grow, especially over near the window, and I wanted to just wipe down the blinds and wipe down the window really good. I did also deep clean my shower and the wall above the shower and also the toilet and all around that, so everything was nice and clean before I put everything back in. Okay, so I wanted to have a really cute sign hanging in my bathroom, and so I went on Pinterest to try and find something that I liked, and I wanted to just make myself. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a framed piece of wood that was only $6 because it was on sale, and then I used my Cricut to make a really, really cute sign that I wanted the black and white to tie in the black pieces in my bathroom. It's so cute. I love this sign. I think it's the cutest little saying. So obviously this says Wash Up Buttercup, and this is probably my favorite sign I've ever made. I don't know why, but I think it's adorable and I love the different fonts. It's gonna look perfect in the bathroom. So I also had made this sign before years ago and put it on my door. I was just like super obsessed with the Cricut and like labeling everything and making signs for everything. And so I kind of went crazy and I put these stickers on the door. And when I pull them off, you can see in one spot it pulled the paint off. So I do have to go back and touch that up. I do have some of this paint, but it's in my basement, which is very soon going to be organized and deep cleaned. So when I find it, I will be touching that up. But for now, I just had to take it off. And here I just got a new like liner for my shower curtain, and I'm just taking the old one off. I have to replace it every couple of months because we have water that gets on the bottom and it kind of stains it, and so just putting a nice fresh one up makes the shower feel so much cleaner. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep my same shower curtain because I really love that, and it hasn't been that long since I got it. I think I got it at like TJ Maxx. That's where I buy my shower curtains. They have name brand shower curtains for a fraction of the cost, and to me this one is really beautiful. And now Marion is going to take off the towel hanger that we have. It matches, but I found the cutest little shelf at Hobby Lobby. It was $15.99, but it was on sale for half off. So I had not seen this before, but I thought how cute would this be to hang my towel on, and then also to put a little bit of decor. And since it is right by the light switch, I didn't want to put anything that would block that. We are having to get used to, you know, when we turn on the light, there's a little shelf there. So I put the little bird because I thought it was small enough, and so far we haven't knocked it off. And then I got this little sign also at Hobby Lobby. I've had this hanging in my bathroom for a little while. It's so cute, and I love that color. And then just a little hand towel, and how cute is that? So much cuter than that other little ring that we had. And these are the hooks that Marion took off the wall, and instead of buying new ones, I just spray painted them black, and I also spray painted the screws. And he's just gonna screw these back in where they were before, and I'm gonna hang my towels on this wall, and I also will put the little sign above this. It's just, this is probably my favorite part of the bathroom right here. And the final little finishing touch is my new beautiful bath mats. They're so fluffy. I love a new fresh bath mat. So here is the final reveal of the bathroom. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you like it. It just feels so fresh. It just, you know, you don't have to do a lot to update it. I could have just got a few new, you know, bath mats and towels and things like that and freshened it up, deep cleaned it. It would have felt so clean and new, but adding a few pieces here and there and definitely replacing that vanity was definitely a must. We actually started out not planning to do that, but when I got into it, I was like, I don't want to do all this and still have this trashy vanity. So I am so happy with it. I think it's beautiful, and even though there are a lot of silver and chrome pieces, I still think that the black is just enough to kind of make it look farmhouse. I love black and white and then green together. And this new above the toilet sink, whatever you would call it, is so much nicer because everything is contained. We don't have everything just out for everyone to see. When you have one bathroom in your house, you have to keep, you know, all the toothbrushes and all those things where you can get to them. So I just love it. And of course my little sign is so cute, and my little shelf, that I'm telling you, go to Hobby Lobby and get you one of those. You can use it in so many areas of your house. I want to get another one to put, like, I don't know, in my kitchen or underneath a picture or something. I just think it's adorable. I've had this wreath in my bathroom for a while, but I love the green with the black and white. It's beautiful. So this view of the bathroom doesn't look a whole lot different, but obviously when you turn and see the brick wall, it does. And I know that my bathroom is deep cleaned now, which is definitely something that it needed to happen. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked this bathroom makeover. I do have a lot of other makeover videos. I will try and link the playlist in the description box so you can check those out. I love to do makeovers on a budget, so I hope this inspires you to take on some rooms in your house. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.